Hi, I'm James, a knee, foot and ankle specialist with a keen interest in footwear, and today I'm going to talk you through our 3 most recommended shoes if you're suffering from insertional Achilles tendonitis. The term tendonitis can be interchanged between tendinopathy and tendonitis. One incurs that there's some inflammation within the tendon, while with the other name it's implied that there isn't any inflammation. That's debated among scientists, but we'll use the name interchangeably throughout the video to make life easier. So the 3 shoes we're going to talk through today are the Brooks Adrenaline GTS, the Asics Gel-Kayano 30 and the New Balance 880 V13. First of all, we're going to talk about heel to toe drop because that's probably the most important aspect to think about. So heel to toe drop refers to the height from the back to the front of the shoe. Ideally with insertional Achilles tendonitis we want a higher heel drop, as that lifts the heel, takes the pressure off the back of the Achilles where it attaches onto the heel, and usually provides pain relief. We have some pretty solid evidence that using a heel lift within a shoe reduces pain with insertional Achilles and mid-portion Achilles pain. So we can do that with a built-in heel lift within the shoe. So within the Brooks GTS we've got a 12mm heel drop, and we've got 10mm in the Asics and in the New Balance. So when we're thinking about heel to toe drop, if you opt for a shoe that's not in these 3, probably think about getting something that's at least 10mm or above. The second most important thing that you might want to think about is the type of cushioning that's in the shoe and the amount of support that you might get from that shoe. Depending on the activity that you want to do, these types of cushioning play a different role as they absorb force in a different way through different activities. So the first that we're going to talk about is the Asics Adrenaline GTS 23. They have a unique style of cushioning and stability in terms of they've got what they call a guide rail system, so more durable, supportive and high density foam on the outside of the shoe on both sides, and that helps to guide your foot through the gait cycle, trying to minimize the amount of movement from left to right, and that means that it's got quite a firm responsive cushioning. When you press down and work your way through it, it feels like it's giving you some responsive feedback and pushing your foot off rather than allowing your foot to sink into it and then push back out again with less energy than you had before. Another type of stable shoe that works in a different manner is the Asics Gel-Kayano 30. It's Asics' most stable type of shoe. They have a traditional medial posting, so you can see this grey bit here is the different colours in the white outer foam, and that helps to put a slight tilt on the heel so it turns your heel slightly outward. And if you think with normal pronation movements as we move inward, some people will struggle to control that motion. And for those, this can work really well depending on what you like to feel in the shoe. If you feel like you need a little bit of arch support, this is probably the shoe for you as opposed to the guide rail system of the Brooks. If you're looking for a neutral shoe, then we'd recommend the New Balance 880. The V13 is one of its best models that it's released. Historically, the 880 was normally used just for walking, but they've created a really high density foam called a Fresh Foam X, and that makes it much more durable but also really responsive when you run. So if you've got an insertional Achilles tendinopathy and you're working your way back to running and you want a neutral shoe, this is an excellent option for you. And the neutral just means that the bed of the shoe isn't tilted one way or the other, it's completely flat. So it gives you a nice stable ride, it's quite firm cushioning, and it's quite responsive. So overall, there's a few things to consider. The main thing is the heel to toe drop. Try and keep it at 10mm or above. If you're looking for a general stable shoe, then we look at the Brooks. If you're looking for some arch support, then we think about the Gel-Kayano 30. And if you're looking for a neutral responsive shoe, then we think about the New Balance 880 V13. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in more information on foot conditions and footwear.